it went on like that, until this very fateful day, this lady ran out of the house. When she ran out of the house, there was an alarm, and we had to intervene to ask what was going on. This lady said this man will wake him up middle of the night and tell him, "Let me have it with you."
There are so many reasons why people commit rape, and the environment plays an important role. In some places, the reason most people commit rape is as a result of drug, some depression, and in other areas, maybe background of such people. And in some places, the women are susceptible to being raped.
And a man went home to his native village to bring an house help from his immediate family, and he brought one of our cousins of a tender age of almost 16 years, and severally there has always been complaints about this girl crying out in the night.
Rape cases we've been getting, like I told them several months ago, the girl was raped in the school premises because the teacher, one of the teachers told her to come back and carry her school, that he has something to teach her. And when the girl came back, he took some of the girl's books down, so that when she came back, she had to come back for her book because she was going to do some good works from that. So she was forced to come back. She told her mom she was going because her teacher told her to come back. And on her getting back, the doors were shut on her and the man.
It's a long story. Before I came across Warif, the past 5 to 7 years ago, the case of rape, assault and gender violence has been very critical in this my community. In fact, most of the girls commit suicide. Most of the guys that did domestic violence, they died because they were not learned. We don't know how to handle them. Most of the cases were referred to police station, and it was so brutal and bloody.
Honestly speaking, if not for the training, I would have attended to that case with a nonchalant attitude, because it doesn't directly concern me and it was not directly reported to me. But because of the training I was exposed to, gave me much more concern about the case, and because of that training, like I said, developed my interest, and I quickly stepped in, 1, to save the situation, 2, to see if there is a way we can work around it to forestall it from happening again, especially within our neighborhood.
Most times, the victims usually do not come out. It's after a long time that we get to find out that they've been abused or they've been molested. So because of the culture of silence, gender-based violence has not been really prominent in our society, and especially in the Muslim community.
We realize that the sensitization is not enough, the advocacy is not there. People don't really know their rights, and they are timid. And that timidness makes them like they don't want to report to the law. We've had cases that they get pressure from the family. Each time they come out, they get real pressure from the family to withdraw. There's a particular one, and we are still handling, is with DSVRT. The pressure is really much that in as much she goes in there, she should forget the marriage.
Ìmúkúmu ó jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ tí àkọ́kọ́ rí pé ó ń fa ìṣòro fún àwọn nǹkan báwọn yìí. Then the kind of dressing, the kind of activities tá à ń fún àwọn ọmọ wa ọmọ mi bẹ kò tí ì tó 6 years tẹ bá play small tape nísìn the kind of dance and everything tó máa fún yín ó ti fi hàn pé irú nǹkan báyìí ó ti exist then àwọn fíìmù tí àwọn ọmọ wa ń wò which means environment and then ó ń contribute sí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń fa problem yìí pàápàá jùlọ lọ́wọ́ àwa òbí àtẹ́kẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ wa bó ṣe tọ́ àti bó ṣe yẹ.
Warif has been a collaborator as far as NSCDC is concerned in terms of gender-based protection and violence. A lot of training they've been giving us. I could remember when I was in Ondo State Command as a commandant, they had a lot of training with us. And now that I'm here, my predecessor made me to know through the files that most of our staffs have been trained. So there has been a close collaboration with each other as far as gender-based violence is concerned.
And I must give it to Warif and Ford Foundation. They've done extremely well, at least to cushion the effect of the damage gender-based violence will have caused the society.
Maybe the parents were thinking the girl is taking long to come because she only went to pick her books. The school is not far from their house. Then the parents came, they had the girl shouting, and they busted into the classroom. Hell was let loose, they wanted to kill the guy.
Even your children, you might send your children to buy something from the bus stop. They might start beating their bum bum. It's an assault.
It went on like that, until this very fateful day, this lady ran out of the house. When she ran out of the house, there was an alarm and we had to intervene to ask what was going on.
I intervened and told them Warif is there. It more or less was going to look an organized crime for me. Because later on, the parents of the girl agreed to settle with the boy to take 300,000. They took him to the police station. The police people took 400,000. And things like that, others were taking money. And after taking money, they took their girl home and said, it's all right. We don't mind what has happened. We'll go and wash her. Now, I was telling them, Warif is there. I even called Chichi for them. They didn't bother again about Warif because they have taken money.
This lady said this man will wake him up middle of the night and tell him, let me have it with you. That he was sure that you are not a virgin. And this girl will tell him, you are like my father, like a grandfather, because my father is a younger brother to your mother.
Not just against rape or child abuse, against handling of children. And the challenge of that is even our parents. Because you don't give what you don't have. You tell a child, don't wear any clothes below your knees. Who buys that cloth? It's the parents. And the parents now walk naked, the adults. So I would like to beg, when you go about doing this, talk to us, the parents. And then talk to the boy child. The boy child is worst hit. We keep telling them, I tell my children, the children over here, that you boys talk, don't make who.
Wọ́n máa ń ṣe bíi pé bóyá ń ṣe la kàn pa wọ́n ti bíi pé àwọn gan wọn ti ẹ̀ care fún wọn. They only care for the only women.
It is important to partner with other bodies such as imams to be able to cascade the information down to the grassroots. We also realize the need to put in place governance structures within our organization and elsewhere on how to reduce the incidence of gender-based violence.
Before now, I have limited knowledge about gender-based violence, and anytime it occurs, we usually leave it for the elders to handle. So, but after the training, it has really helped us a lot to be able to stand against it and take necessary actions. And since then, we've had few cases which I personally refer to Warif to handle. So Even last month, I was still called for one, and I had to refer them to Warif for proper handling.
As religious leaders, we are opinion leaders.
Religious leaders are like God to their congregations, so they listen to them very well.
So I came up with a partnership where we would train other religious leaders so that we can cascade the information down. So to date, we've trained together with Warif over 120 imams across Lagos State.
Try to train more religious leaders so that both Christian, Muslim, and even the traditionalists, so when they go to their people, they speak on this violence. So we should go to rural areas, communities, the interiors of the state.
We promoted through the training the culture of speaking up instead of remaining silent.
So we are looking in for sensitization, real jingles, even to don't come here and train us alone. Please go out there and let the populace know there's something called SGBV.
We have to commend Warif and Ford Foundation for what they've been doing.
I would like to use this opportunity to say thank you to Ford Foundation for partnering with Warif on this laudable initiative.
But yet, it is still not enough. We need to intensify the training, go to the grassroots level, and do more. If it is possible for us to go from one church to another, from one mosque to another, from one school to another, that would be commendable, and it will really help in disseminating the knowledge and creating the necessary sensitization.
It is my hope that this partnership would endure for a longer period, and we are also hoping that Ford Foundation and Warif will spread their tentacles to other states other than Lagos. Thank you.